This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. Haha, yeah. What's the date today? It's December 8th. Yeah, I can never remember the dates of anything. Yeah, it's a Sunday. I don't usually go out on Sunday, but hey, gotta do it when you can. Yeah, we've hit 50 degrees. I think it's gonna go up to maybe 52 a little later, but I decided I'd get out there now. So let me know if you see any lens flare. I can't tell if I'm getting that or not. Let me angle my camera down a little bit there. Maybe that, how about that? Is that okay? Should be giving us a lens flare because I see the sun at about my 1 o'clock position. That's the problem with this particular camera. It has a lens flare. I took the protective lens UV filter off. I think it's a UV filter, or at least some type of clear filter. It kind of minimizes it, but it is always still there. So what am I riding today? Yeah, I'm on the Lectric 1. Oh, why did we pick the Lectric 1 of all bikes? Hey, you know why? All right, I'll tell you real quickly why. Because it's a small and lightweight and easy to ride bike that I can pedal, keep my legs moving. That's why. It was the easiest one to grab. Yeah. Now I don't have lots of battery power on there. I had already dropped these things down to the 70% level. And I can see here as I'm pedaling along, I've got 3 bars out of my 5 on the battery meter. So it'll be a short ride. It's not gonna be long anyway. I already knew it because, you know, it's 50 degrees. I don't wanna freeze out here either. But the wind isn't so bad. I do feel the wind on me. Let's take a right. And it's not so bad. I mean, it could be worse. So yeah, the Lectric 1, nice bike. I really like this bike. I think I could use probably a little bit higher seat post on it. I think that would help. I may look into something like that. Haven't gotten around to that yet. Hey, I got some good news too. You know, I was at church this morning and the Major General Jim, yeah, he told me that the check from Lectric had come in for the donation to his charity. It helps the returning vets. Yeah, they use those monies to help get them started up again, get them back into civilian life. They buy beds with it. They give them home products, home goods, things like that, things that they need, that every family needs. So they buy stuff like that with that money. So he really appreciates it and wanted me to let you guys know that the check has already come in. So thank you to Lectric for that. And yeah, I'm sure that they are all going to benefit from it, all the charities that Lectric has donated to. So yeah, Lectric is kind of an interesting company. I mean, how many companies do you know donate that much money, you know, to charity? And yeah, to me that's amazing. So thank you so much to them. So where are we going? I'm just kind of riding around in circles as I usually do. I just wanted to get out, you know, just to keep yourself moving. Oh, my battery's dropped quite a bit now. Yeah, I guess it was lower than I thought. The last time I took the bike out, I didn't charge it up. I figured, well, I'm down about 60-70%, good enough, but maybe it's more than I thought. Now here's the one thing that you should know with the Lectric 1. If you know, there's an on-off button here, right here on the left-hand side. If you push that and nothing happens, you need to push the power button on the battery itself, okay? Because the battery will go to sleep. If you haven't used it in a while, the battery will go to sleep. So push the power button that's on the battery and then push the power button on the bike, okay? Yeah, because I think the very first time I tried this bike out, I said, hey, this thing's not working. And then I go, aha, well, let's see what happens if we push the button on the battery. And yeah, then I read in the manual too, it just basically says, you know, it'll go to sleep. You know, what's kind of nice about that though is if someone tried to ride the bike that's not authorized to ride it and they push the power button, it's not gonna do anything for them. They don't know enough to push the power button first on the battery. So yeah, I don't mind it. It's okay. It's nice safety to that. Now you also have a throttle too on the electric one. The throttle will follow whatever the pedal assist level you have. So if you have it on 5, it'll go to 20 miles per hour. Throttle won't go to 28. You can pedal to 28, but the throttle will only go up to 20. But it does follow the pedal assist, okay? But up to a maximum of 20. I mean, if I have it on pedal assist level 5 and I pedal, I could do 28, but it'll max out at 20. But the whole point is that like if you were in pedal assist level 2, let me drop my levels down here, and pedal, okay, then I hit the throttle will only do whatever level 2 gives me. So let's see where that goes. Plus, with my weight, of course, 14.7 miles per hour. So if I go to 3, let's see what it does. See, now it's starting to come up. 3 is going to, I'm gonna hit the stop sign in a second, 17.3. So it follows the PAS level that you have it on there. So if you want full 20 miles per hour, you have to be on 5, but just realize that the minute you start pedaling, you're gonna go past that 20 miles per hour, because if you unlocked it to do 28, which is what I did, of course, it's gonna go faster when you pedal. I'm on 5 right now, and I'm full throttle here, so you can see it's maxing me out at 19.8 to 20, so it's jumping back and forth between there. But if I start pedaling, if I let go and start pedaling now at PAS 5, you can see we're gonna go past that 20 miles per hour level, so depending on how hard you pedal, of course. And the nice part is if you hesitate a little bit in your pedaling, it automatically shifts. You can change the shifting too. I mean, you do have shifters on your thumb over here. I know my cell phone mount is in a way you can't really see it, but there's a shifter levers there. So you can still manually shift. If you don't like what it's chosen, you could say, well, give me a little more, give me a little less. There's 2 shifters where my thumb can hit it. So there you go. So I'm at the maximum gear right now. Let's pump a little harder. 24.3, 24 point whatever. Yeah, I don't have the strongest legs. You guys know that. But you can get up to 28. All right, what other goodies do I have to tell you guys? Well, let's pass through here first. Yeah, a lot of cars on this part of the road. So anyway, I noticed that there was quite a few people who were watching the video that I made that was released on Saturday, which is which bikes do I still have in the house and why do I still have them in the house. A lot of them that are still in the house are may or may not, of course, stay in the house forever. But like for instance, the lectric products, they were all last minute products, right? Came in just before the winter coldness kind of stopped me from riding. So I didn't get a whole lot of chance to ride those products, you know. I was able to do the reviews and that's about it. I couldn't take it out and put it through its paces. And so, you know, lectric still has the 2 new bikes that we all went out to see in Arizona, and my understanding is they are still planning to give that to the guys who are out there. So those products won't be shippable until end of December. So I'm thinking what's gonna happen is if they do ship it to me, it'll probably sit in the house for a while. Because by the time, I mean, you're talking Chicago, by the time it's here, unless we get another day like today where it hits like 50 degrees and there's no snow or anything, it's going to sit in the house. But I will show it to you if they do ship it. I did send them an email message to let them know which versions I preferred to get if they decide to send it to me, and what colors I wanted. I did request for the X Peak 2.0. You know, I was riding the step over version of that bike in Arizona because that's all really they had for us to ride. They had one step through version to show. It's a white one. I requested the white step through, and I talked to Christian, who is in charge of all the influencers, and I says, hey, you know, anytime if Lectric has an option between a step through and a step over, you know which one you got to give me. He goes, yeah, step through. So yeah, I said, always send me a step through, and always send me the largest battery option, because as you know, I have been known to go some distance on my rides, and of course, being heavier, I tend to eat up batteries faster, and I tend to throttle a lot too. So when you add all that stuff together, the larger battery option is always the better choice for me. So he knows what he needs, but I still sent an email as a reminder, you know, send me the X Peak in white, because I think white is the only step through color. Send me the larger battery. Send me the larger battery. Whoop, almost went through there. See that car coming, hit the brakes. And then for the Expedition 2.0, that's the cargo bike, I said, send me the blue one, because I figured, you know, they got a white or blue one. And I says, well, send me the blue one. I mean, two white bikes, and don't want to do two whites. So I said, send me a blue one, and then send me the dual battery. Send me the largest versions of the dual batteries, okay? So I can get some range. And I also asked them to send me all that other stuff that they're giving away for free if you order right now, which would be the, I don't know what they call it, but it's like the little cage thing in the back where, you know, you can put the seats back there so you can bring kids along with you. Let's go on the path here. You bring kids along with you if you want. I'm not going to do that, of course. I don't have any kids to put on there. But it says, but the reason I want that enclosed back section is because, you know, I'll put either a milk crate, or I'll put something like the cooler in the back there, and that hand holding thing helps keep it in place, you know, so it doesn't fall out. And then you can strap it, of course, to that thing too, so it makes it easier on the back rack. So that is a very large cargo bike, I will say that. They actually elongated it compared to, I think, the previous version, so that you could even carry two kids in the back there if you wanted to. So it's more flexible, but of course, being a longer bike, it sticks out more. It's gonna stick out more on my in my family room, in my living room, because that's where it's gonna go. So yeah, so I sent the email and said, hey, those are my preferences if you're still planning to send to me. And I did let them know that if it does come in, I will of course show it, but I may not be able to ride it until the weather is better. You know, well, you know, they're in Arizona, so it's a little different there compared to here. And you know, the guys who, you know, the other guys who are in California and other areas will be able to ride it right away, but we won't. But you know, it's not like I don't know what it feels like, because I've ridden it already out in Arizona. But the whole point of getting it again out here is now I have it to ride longer. I'll get a better feel for what the bike really does, and you know, how you can utilize it and the like. So that's the whole point of, you know, when companies send products to the YouTubers is, you know, they want to get them to try it in different situations and make recommendations for people, so people can either decide if it's for them or not. But I could tell you this, it was very impressive riding it in Arizona. I mean, it handled it in the hot weather we were going through. We went quite a long distance. We went 3 hours, me and some of the other guys that I was with. And yeah, we took it all over the place. We tried it in different situations. It did pretty good. So very impressive. Yeah, and I think I mentioned too that when I got back, the first thing they said, well, Russ, what do you think? I go, I'm pretty impressed. For a cargo bike, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, it basically did what other bikes would have done that were not cargo bikes. Then you have the benefit of it being a cargo bike on top of it. I mean, yeah, the water here is kind of frozen over. I can see it. And you can see patches that are open, like open water there, but most of it is really frozen. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that, really. I think that would be a nice addition. All right. Yeah, I'm already starting to feel the cold. There is some wind. It's not a lot, but there is some. Yeah, and my battery's showing 1 bar. I think part of it too, because it is cold and it wasn't charged up from the last time. I think I'll head back after this. So yeah, that's about it, really. I just wanted to at least take it out one more time and get out there and do a ride video at least. Now tomorrow, being Monday, it's supposed to be 50 degrees as well. If it is, and if the wind isn't bad, I might go out again, but no guarantees. Everything I take it day by day when it comes to weather around this time of the year. I mean, so here just in December, we are out on the road, but can't guarantee every single time. Now, the interesting thing is I know some of the other guys do plan to ride through the winter, and you know, more power to them that they could do it. But you know, I'm older. I'm not going to subject myself to that kind of cold weather. And in addition to that, you know, at least here in Chicago, if we get snow, they do oftentimes throw salt down on the roads. And so I don't want the salt to get onto the bike, because they'll just corrode the bikes, right? Any parts that are corrodable. I mean, the majority of the bikes are typically aluminum, right? So it shouldn't be too bad, but still, why risk that? I wouldn't do it. So, but you know, just watching some of the other guys riding their bikes, the younger guys, yeah, they really pushed at these bikes when they were in Arizona just to see how it would do. And one of the guys I was with, Scott Hardesty, I told him on his comments on his video, I says, "Man, I'm glad I didn't go with you." What did I say? I said, "Man, you guys really pushed the limit," or something like that. And he goes, "Yeah, you should be glad you didn't come out with us." Yeah, because he was saying it was a pretty rough ride. You know, they were going into some really rough and tough areas of Arizona. You know, they were basically mountain biking it with their bikes. So a couple of the guys, I think when they were out there, they got flats and everything. They had to get another bike to replace it. So they had to call Lectric and say, come bring me another bike. I've killed this one. Who was it? David Brand New. Okay, David Brand New. He was like, oh no. He was dying out there. Yeah, he needed water and everything. Yeah, I think those guys, you know, they were part of the first grouping of people who went out. I think they had a higher weather temperature than we did. I think they were saying they were hitting like 110 degrees or something. Oh, gee whiz. Thought 104 was bad. So, all right, anyway, I'm gonna head on back. Getting a little chilled at this point. Hey, thanks for sticking around and at least listening to me on this ride and watching me ride a little bit around. I'm just glad to be able to get out. I didn't think I was going to do it. I think on one of the videos I mentioned it was going to hit this weather around 50, and I said, would I go? And I said, probably not. but no, you know, I have to give it a try at least. It wasn't long. We're just going around in the neighborhood, but still, the point is, at least I got a chance to get out. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Again, remember, e-bike related videos will be on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And then Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, we do the Russ Talk videos where we talk about anything I feel like talking about. I'm usually in the car. Yeah, give it a watch if you haven't watched it before. I have noticed that more people have been watching it than I thought would, so that's encouraging. So maybe there's some things in there that maybe it would be fun to watch for you guys. And even if you don't watch, you just listen. You know, it's kind of like a podcast. I'm just driving in the car and talking. You guys are keeping me company basically as I'm heading towards Costco. I'm usually going out there to get a Costco pizza or something. So anyways, thanks for supporting me during all that time too. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time.